Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. When I was reading the quote that I had chose, it was reminding me all the times that I have felt or have needed someone to be like a listening ear. You know, you have those times where just people, you want to talk, but sometimes you just don't really care to hear the other person. You just need someone to listen, right? So my quote was, a bore is a person who talks when you want him to listen. Some of the important things about listening, you know, listening to other people is we have this tendency to make it seem like it's all about us, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes people need to vent, or people need to like talk about things that are going on in their own lives, or you know, other circumstances that they just need someone to listen to. You know, I mean, there was one time where I just needed to let it all out. You know, I was going through a lot of things in my life, and I just wanted to just tell somebody, just like release everything that was inside. But this person wouldn't shut up. I'm like, I didn't need I didn't need for you to respond. I didn't need for you to tell me something. I just needed you to listen. You know, and just, you know, the simplest things, like, you know, things are gonna be okay, you know? And we tend to get bored. I like the beginning because I started laughing when I read the beginning. Like, a bore is a person, you know, that's just talking, you know, and sometimes we're just like, okay, when are you gonna stop? When are you gonna stop? And that tends to happen to us a lot in school. Like, when it's not something that we want to listen or we want to talk about, we tend just to like shut out everything else. I know it happens to me a lot in class, so of course not in this class, right? But it happens to me a lot, and sometimes we just need to shift our listening ear, you know, so we could be able to listen to other things, because all the stuff that that information that we're receiving, that it can help us a lot. So next time someone wants to, you know, talk to you about something, or you just want to give them advice, like, sometimes the best thing to give somebody is a listening ear. So thank you.
Yes. All right, Lori, I like the fact that you started with the personal disclosure, and that seems fine. You make a transition to the quote, which was also pretty good. Once you've told us what the quote is, I don't really hear a thesis. I hear something going on, but not a thesis. Oh, it's whispering. That's what's going on. I'm sorry. There's an echo. All right. So it wasn't quite clear what your theme was, and I think that you needed to be a little bit firmer. Now, the example that you start with ends up being the point that you're trying to make, and I appreciated that. I thought it was much clearer at the end of the speech than it was at the beginning of the speech. There's not really a setup of the structure, although you do have a couple of good examples that you talk about. The delivery part is the thing that's really redeeming you here, because I think you do a very good job using the volume of your voice to create some interest. It's not all at the same level, and it's not just some inflection, but there's some energy once in a while about those ideas. And I know that's tough to do early in the morning, but you did a very nice job of it. And I thought that the vocal part was really solid. You've got a lot of indicators and gestures as you're speaking, so you look engaged while you're talking. I think your facial expressions are quite animated, and you make good eye contact with everybody in the audience. I didn't, it was a little bit short, so I didn't get to see quite as much as I might have liked to engaging in the audience, but I thought that you looked solid. When you put the quote over to the side, I know you're trying to get it out of your hands, so that's a good thing. However, you're going to notice that you keep turning toward the quote. Like if I lean over that way or I look over that way, something is going to pop up off of the quote, come over here and jump into my brain. So I think you want to kind of keep it over to the side. I know it's just a natural thing to look at. It wasn't a distraction, but I could see it happening, and you'll see it happen too. I didn't see any obvious anxiety issues. It was a little brief, like I said, and so the content could have been stronger, but the delivery part is really fine. All right. Thank you.